RTH channel. I holding in arm this symbolic mushroom, the symbol and life and death. Fly agaric, Amanita Muscaria, is a mushroom that has been associated with various cultural and symbolic meanings throughout history, including being a symbol of life and death. One reason for this symbolism is that the mushroom itself is poisonous and can cause death if consumed in large enough quantities. However, when used in smaller, controlled doses, it can also have psychoactive and medicinal properties, which can contribute to a sense of life or vitality, creativity and better sleep. Okay, let's find out some interesting about magic mushrooms in humans' history. There is evidence to suggest that the consumption of fly agaric and psilocybe mushrooms may have played a role in the development of the human brain in the past. In ancient times, many cultures around the world used these mushrooms for spiritual and medicinal purposes. Some indigenous communities in Mexico and Central America, for example, have used psilocybe mushrooms for centuries as a sacrament in their religious ceremonies. Okay, and who prompted to use magic mushrooms? Aliens. Maybe it's a joke question, but who knows? Okay, it is just a joke. Recent research has shown that psilocybin, the active ingredient in psilocybe mushrooms, can enhance neuroplasticity in the brain, which is the brain's ability to change and adapt in response to new experiences. This suggests that the consumption of psilocybe mushrooms may have played a role in the development of the human brain by enhancing our ability to learn and adapt to new environments. In addition, the consumption of fly agaric mushrooms has been linked to the evolution of human language. A recent study conducted by a group of scientists at the University of California, Santa Cruz, found that the psychoactive compounds in fly agaric mushrooms may have contributed to the development of the human brain's language centers. The study found that the psychoactive compound in fly agaric mushrooms, ibotenic acid, stimulates the release of a protein called brain-derived neurotrophic factor, BDNF, in the brain. BDNF is known to promote the growth of new brain cells and strengthen existing ones, which can enhance cognitive abilities such as language processing. Furthermore, the researchers hypothesized that the consumption of fly agaric mushrooms may have played a role in the development of human language by stimulating the formation of new neural pathways and connections in the brain. This may have allowed early humans to develop more complex communication systems and ultimately gave rise to language as we know it today. While more research is needed to fully understand the effects of these mushrooms on the human brain, the evidence suggests that the consumption of fly agaric and psilocybe mushrooms may have played a role in the development of our cognitive abilities and language skills in the past. In fact, some experts believe that the use of these mushrooms may have played a crucial role in the evolution of human consciousness. Terence McKenna, a well-known author and ethnobotanist, suggested that early humans may have developed language and culture as a result of the insights gained from consuming psychedelic mushrooms. McKenna argued that these mushrooms allowed humans to tap into a higher level of consciousness, which he called the stoned ape theory. According to this theory, the consumption of psilocybe mushrooms may have stimulated the growth of new brain cells and enhanced cognitive abilities, leading to the development of language, culture, and technology. While the stoned ape theory is controversial and has been criticized by some researchers, it highlights the potential role that these mushrooms may have played in the development of human consciousness and cognitive abilities. Today, many people continue to use these mushrooms for spiritual and medicinal purposes, and there is growing interest in their potential therapeutic benefits. Recent studies have shown that psilocybin may be effective in treating depression, anxiety, and addiction, and researchers are continuing to explore their potential uses in mental health treatment. In conclusion, While the consumption of fly agaric and psilocybe mushrooms may have played a role in the development of the human brain in the past, their use and effects continue to be a topic of ongoing research and debate. Nonetheless, the evidence suggests that these mushrooms have had a significant impact on human culture and consciousness, and their potential uses in medicine and mental health treatment are increasingly being explored. It is worth noting that the use of fly agaric and psilocybe mushrooms was not limited to early humans. In many cultures around the world, these mushrooms have been used for spiritual and medicinal purposes for thousands of years. For example, Siberian shamans have used fly agaric mushrooms in their religious ceremonies for centuries, while the Mazatec people in Mexico have used psilocybe mushrooms for healing and spiritual purposes. In some cultures, the use of these mushrooms was believed to connect individuals with the spiritual world and provide them with insights into the nature of the universe. The use of these mushrooms was often accompanied by rituals and ceremonies, which helped to guide individuals through the experience and make sense of the insights gained. Today, the use of these mushrooms is often illegal, and their potential therapeutic benefits are still being explored. However, some advocates argue that the criminalization of these mushrooms is unjust and that they should be legalized for medical and spiritual purposes. In any case, the evidence suggests that the consumption of fly agaric and psilocybe mushrooms has had a significant impact on human culture and consciousness throughout history. While their use and effects continue to be the subject of ongoing research and debate, their potential for enhancing cognitive abilities and treating mental health conditions make them a promising area of study for the future. As our understanding of the human brain and the potential benefits of these mushrooms continues to grow, there is increasing interest in exploring their potential therapeutic applications. Recent research has suggested that psilocybin may be effective in treating a range of mental health conditions, including depression, anxiety, and post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD. One study published in the Journal of Psychopharmacology found that a single dose of psilocybin had a lasting positive effect on the moods of participants with depression and anxiety. Another study conducted at Johns Hopkins University found that psilocybin was effective in reducing symptoms of depression and anxiety in cancer patients. Research has also suggested that psilocybin may be effective in treating addiction. A study published in the Journal of Psychopharmacology found that psilocybin-assisted therapy was effective in reducing alcohol use in people with alcohol use disorder. While the therapeutic potential of these mushrooms is still being explored, their use in a therapeutic setting may hold promise for treating a range of mental health conditions. However, it is important to note that the use of these mushrooms can also have negative effects and should be approached with caution. In conclusion, the consumption of fly agaric and psilocybe mushrooms may have played a role in the development of the human brain in the past, and their potential therapeutic benefits are now being explored. While the use of these mushrooms is still controversial and their effects are not fully understood, they hold promise for treating a range of mental health conditions and enhancing our understanding of the human brain and consciousness. The question about fast evolution of human brain in previous ages is still opened.